Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Today's date is 6th August 2021, and we have Avyakt Bapdada's Murli. Revised date is 7th November 1995. So, in today's Murli, Baba is really taking us to the depth of purity. Beginning with the power of love, Baba gradually progresses us to a deeper understanding of purity. And Baba says that, in the power of love enables us to surrender completely, and one can do anything he wants in love. So let us see what Baba wants us to do in his love, in Baba's words. The essence of today's Murli is Babdada's special preference, and the foundation of knowledge is purity. Today, Babdada, the ocean of love, has come to meet his children who are the embodiment of love. As we go through the Murli, there are many questions in today's Murli. So I would just suggest you all to, feel that Baba is personally asking you those questions and see what answer comes from within. So Baba says he is seeing us in the form of an embodiment of love. The Father's love is merged in all the children. Love brings all the children close from being far away. When you were Bhagat souls, devotee souls, you were so far away from the Father. This is why you were searching for Him everywhere. Are you still searching for Him now? So are we searching for God, or we've become gods? We belong to God. You are so close that each child says with sparkle and intoxication, "My Baba is with me." Is he with you, or do you have to search for him? Do you feel that Baba is with you always, every time, or sometimes you have to search for him? Wondering if he is in this direction or that direction. You are very close to him. If anyone asks you where God is, what would you say? What would you say where God is? He is with me, right? Like Hanuman was asked, where is Rama? So he opened his heart and he showed that he is in my heart. So Baba says, you should say with that intoxication that God is with me, Baba is with me. Would those sitting at the back also say this? You would say with a sparkle, even the Father cannot remain without me. This is such a great point of intoxication, right? Even God cannot remain without me. Can he stay without you? So Baba is asking, can Baba stay without you? So you've become very close. You have become companions. You too cannot stay without the Father for even 1 second. So Baba says, no, just ashik mashuk hote hain. So Baba is saying, you cannot stay without the Father, and the Father cannot stay without you. You cannot stay without him. What happens when Maya comes? Who is with you at that time? If the Father is with you, could Maya come to you at that time? Like in Hindi, Baba says, no, "Jahan baap hai wahan paap ho nahi sakta." Means Maya nahi ho sakti. So Baba is saying, if Baba is with you, can Maya come to you at that time? The children don't wish it, but every now and then, against their conscious wish, they play the game of hide and seek with the Father. Their eyes become closed against seeing the Father, and they remain open to see Maya. It's like when you face the sun, the shadow is behind, right? But when you turn your back to the sun, you're facing your shadow then. So Baba is saying, when you face the Father, Maya cannot come to you. But when you turn opposite, so then you're in front of Maya, or Maya comes in front of you. So you see Maya. So do you play the game of hide and seek? Do you play it sometimes? You do play it sometimes. Do you not? You are not disagreeing. Nobody's saying, no, we don't play this game. Do you not play this game? However, Baba is still merciful towards the children and makes you move away from Maya in one way or another. Maya makes you unconscious and Baba makes you conscious. Baba says, you are mine. He enables the closed eye to open with the magic of remembrance. So Baba is saying we play hide and seek game with Baba and close our eyes to Baba. So then we see Maya. But then Baba again brings us to consciousness by with the magic of remembrance. However, Baba sees that on one side you say my Baba, and the other and on the other side you step away from him. If you step away from here in this way now, would the Father be able to see you? He would not, would he? But this is what you do. So Baba is saying you turn to Maya, then Father also cannot see you. You cannot see the Father. You move towards Maya's side. So Bab Dada continues to observe the games of the children. Bab Dada is asking. So see, this is first question that Baba is asking us. What percentage of love do all the children have? What is the percentage of your love for Baba? What do all of you say? It is greater than 100%. Is it truly that? Or did you applaud just for the sake of it? The Baba is saying, is it truly 100%? Or there's percentage in love? All of you say that your love is greater than 100%, that it is multi-million fold love. Padam guna pyar hai Baba se. Do you say this? Acha. Those who have less love, those who have less than multi-million fold, that is, those who have a million fold, 100,000 fold, 1,000 fold, 100 fold, those who have less than multi-million fold, raise your hands. So check, what is my percentage of love for Baba? Is it 100% or is it less than that? So Baba is saying, those who have less love, raise your hands. So at that time, no one raised their hands. Those who have less love, raise your hand. Are those sitting at the back able to hear Baba? Acha. Are all of you firm in this? Bab Dada will ask you another question. So first Baba asked, what is the percentage of your love? So if it is 100%, if it is multi-million fold love, then Baba asks another question later on. Acha, those of you who say that you have multi-million fold love, raise your hands. Just be careful. Baba is speaking of multi-million fold love. Acha, double foreigners speak. Do you have multi-million fold love? Do you have multi-million fold love? Acha, are you sure about this? So are you sure you have 100% love with Baba? Do not change afterwards. Did any of you not raise your hand with everyone else because of being ashamed? So we have 100% love for Baba. So others are raising their hands. That is why am I raising my hand? Or what is it? What comes from my heart? So Baba is saying, Acha, just be careful though. So if you're raising your hand because others are raising, so Baba says, just be careful. Even those sitting down below in the other hall are raising their hands. It must be the Madhuban Nivasis sitting down below. So Madhuban Nivasis, do you have multi-million fold love? Do those from Gyan Sarovar have multi-million fold love? Acha, it is very good news that you have multi-million fold love. So everyone answered Baba's first question that yes, Baba, we have multi-million fold love. It is no less than that. Acha. Now Baba is asking, so the second question Baba asks us, what is the proof of your love? If you love Baba so much, what is the proof of your love? So someone answered, to become equal. So have you become this? So Baba is asking, have you become equal to the Father whom you love so much? So someone answered, no. So this is less than multi-million fold love. Okay, you might say that there is still time left to become complete and that you will accomplish this by then. Is this what you think? We have to become equal to the Father, but we'll do it later on. Yeah, we are doing it gradually. By the end, we'll accomplish the same. Baba is saying, do you think like this? However, out of love, when someone who has love for another asks the other to sacrifice his life, he will be ready to do that. पूछते हैं ना एक दो को कि प्यार में क्या कर सकते हो, तो कहते कि जान भी दे सकते हैं. हाँ? So Baba is saying they are ready to sacrifice their life also. Because of love, one is even ready to give one's life. Are you ready to do this? So Baba is asking, are you ready to give your life in Baba's love? Bab Dada does not take anyone's life because you have to do service with your life. However, Bab Dada is amazed about one aspect, even if only for a short while. You are told that you should not become amazed. किसी भी बात पर आश्चर्य नहीं होना चाहिए. But Baba says Baba is feeling amazed. But even Bab Dada is amazed. He has to play his part. Right? So the third question Baba asked us was, what can you do in Baba's love? Right? So Baba says ahead, never mind about sacrificing your life. So here there's no question of sacrificing your life in love, but the sign of love is to surrender yourself completely. The sign of love is to surrender yourself completely. To do whatever you are told is known as surrendering yourself. So love means to surrender, and to surrender means to do what Baba says, to do as Baba says. Baba says that he only wishes to see you surrender yourself in one aspect. There are many aspects, but Baba is not looking at the many aspects. He has put those to one side. He has put aside the question of surrendering one's life and also of all those many aspects. But Baba is asking about surrendering yourself in one aspect. You raise your hand for this. You even make a promise. But what is it that you still continue to do even after having made a promise to Baba? So now Baba will explain or clarify what Baba wants us to surrender in his love. So Baba says, you children promise Baba, yes, Baba will do this, but still again and again, you break your promise or you forget your promise. So Baba says, do each of you understand what your main sanskar or main weakness is, which makes you move away from the Father again and again. So now Baba is asking, do you know your own weakness? Do you know your sanskar which moves you away from the Father? Each of you knows this. Do each of you know your main weakness? Right? Just pause for a second and check, what is my weakness that sometimes takes me away from Baba? What is that? You are not saying yes to this. Perhaps it is because you will be caught out. Do you know about it? Do the Pandavas know it? Do those sitting at the back know it? Do the mothers know it? Do the teachers know it? So Baba is asking each and every one, do you know what your main weakness is or your sanskar that pulls you away from Baba? Or is it that the students know it and the teachers don't know? It is not that. In this aspect, the students are knowledgeful and the teachers are not. Is it? It is not like that. You also know it. All teachers sitting at the front, do you know your weakness? Do you know them very well? Baba is seeing that all of you are saying yes. So we all know our own weakness. So whilst knowing about this weakness, why do you not surrender it? Hmm? So, so Baba asked, what is your weakness? You know that, right? So next question is, then why don't you surrender that weakness to Baba? You have love for it. You love your weakness. It has been your companion for 63 births, and this is why you love it. Is this so? Love means to do everything that the one you love, that the one you have love for, likes. So now Baba says, what is love? Love means to do everything that the one you have love for likes. Right? जो उसको पसंद होगा वही करेंगे ना. So Baba asks, is it like this? Or are you not able to do this? For instance, when someone has love for another and one of them says one thing and the other one does not do that but does something else, what happens then? Right? In family also, you must be experiencing. If the one you have love for says you to do something and you don't do that, you do something opposite or you do something else, then what happens? Is there love then, or would a battle take place? Hmm? Would you call it love at that time? Or would each one take a stick to the other? So Baba says एक दूसरे पर लाठी उठाएंगे, right? Through words, may not be in actions, but it may be through words, through thoughts. So what does the father like? Bab Dada says that in becoming equal, there are many aspects. So love means to become equal to whom you have love for. So there are many aspects in becoming equal. Look at the specialities of Father Brahma. And since you have to become the same as Father Brahma, the list is such a long list. You have a list, do you not? We all know the specialities of Brahma Baba, right? Every January, we receive that list. कि बाप समान बनना है, या बाबा के कदम पर कदम रखना है. So Baba says, you know the specialities of Brahma Baba. For that also, Bab Dada says, okay, it doesn't matter that much. If you are lacking one or two things, it doesn't matter so much. However, what is the main foundation of Father Brahma or the foundation of knowledge? So what do you all think? What is the foundation of knowledge? What is the foundation or main, speciality of Father Brahma? Put aside the long list for now. What is just the one aspect which is the foundation of knowledge and the special preference of Father Brahma and Shiv Baba? Baba को भी पसंद है और Brahma Baba had this speciality. So Baba says, what is that? speak. Hmm? So,
Purity.
right. Someone answered purity, some answered introversion, faithful intellect, honesty, and cleanliness. So these are all the answers that Baba got from children. Dadi speak. Baba asked the Dadi to say. So Dadi said, surrender. Everything is included within surrender. You have given such a huge reply. So Baba is telling Dadi that you've given such a huge reply. It's a very big thing. Do not make them do that much. Because you have surrendered yourself, you also think others should also surrender in the same way. What you say is good anyway. In fact, the foundation is purity. So the foundation of love, the foundation of Brahma Baba's life is purity. However, the definition of purity is very deep. So now gradually Baba will take us to the depth of purity. So listen carefully, this is very important. What is purity? What Baba wants us to do. So Baba says the definition of purity is very deep. Where there is purity, all the things that you all spoke about, having a faithful intellect, honesty and cleanliness, etc., all these things are included in purity. However, Baghdada sees that the deep definition or significance of purity is not very clear in your intellect. To have waste thoughts or to enable waste thoughts to be created, to have waste thoughts yourself, or to be an instrument to create waste thoughts in others. Is it purity to have these waste thoughts? So, how would you categorize waste thoughts? Pure thoughts or impure thoughts? Mm, mm. So, Baba says if you yourself create waste thoughts, or if you become an instrument for others to create waste thoughts, then is it purity or not? What is it? Are waste thoughts purity? So all of you should put the significance of purity in thoughts into practice. So Baba is saying purity of thoughts, so purity at the level of thoughts. If you examine it out of all the five vices, from lust to attachment, the first vice is lust, and the last vice is attachment. So when any vice comes, where does it first come? We all have this experience, right? Whenever we succumb to any weakness or anything, any negativity or any vice, so where does it first start? Where does it come from? So Baba says it first enters your thoughts, does it not? Hmm. Or does it come into your actions first? It first comes in your thoughts. Would you not call those thoughts waste thoughts? Right? Suppose if you're angry and if you want to say something to someone, so first you create those, those angry thoughts. It comes in your thoughts first and then it comes in your words. So Baba says it all starts from your thoughts. So these thoughts would be called as impure thoughts, right? So waste thoughts. It first enters your thoughts, does it not? Or does it come in your actions first? It first comes in your thoughts. Would you not call those thoughts waste thoughts? You would. Anger also creates waste thoughts. Lust means to have wasteful vision. Hmm? So Baba is saying all these vices, anger, lust. Lust is to have wasteful vision. If you have wasteful vision towards any soul, would that be accepted as purity? It would not. So why do you not surrender your waste thoughts out of love for the Father? So you get this? In the beginning, Baba said love means to surrender. And to surrender means to do what Baba says, to do as Baba says. So Baba says, can you not surrender your waste thoughts in Baba's love? Are you able to do this? It is very easy to say Haji. However, Bab Dada has everyone's chart. Hmm? So what Baba is saying? It's easy to say yes Baba, Haji Baba, but what is it in practice? So Baba knows everyone's chart. Even now, the majority of you have waste thoughts based on the five vices, no matter what vice it is. So, what kind of thoughts we create? Why is this like this? Why is it like that? हाँ, ये ऐसा क्यों है ऐसा क्यों नहीं है It should be like this. And something common that Bapdada tells you about is that Jnani souls either have arrogance of their virtues or their specialities. Mhm. So now Baba is talking about Jnani souls. How do waste thoughts come into Jnani souls? See, so Baba says it is in the form of arrogance. So arrogance is not, Baba is not talking about the broader aspect like arrogance of the body. दे अभिमान की बात नहीं है, लेकिन Baba talks about arrogance of the virtues, arrogance of the knowledge, arrogance of the specialities. And the more they progress, the more their weakness in a particular aspect is seen. Right? So in the beginning, everything is very good. कोई नया student बनता है, he or she, they seem to be very good, but gradually you get to know what weaknesses they have. So Baba says, as you progress, the more the weakness is seen. This is not a weakness in terms of making effort, but a weakness in terms of wanting name and fame. So these are the different examples Baba gives now. Wanting name and fame, wanting regard, in being consulted, in being put forward, in being made a center in charge, in being given a special part and service. So the ways thoughts of this weakness cause a lot of damage, especially in Jnani souls. Right? So Jnani souls, Maya comes in this way. Baba says it is in the form of arrogance or in the form of wanting regard, wanting some post position, wanting name and fame. And nowadays, these two are the main basis of waste thoughts. Just look at your timetable for one day. Right? So Baba wants us to check our timetable for one day. So check yourself today. At present, you're sitting in Madhuban and nothing as such happens in Madhuban. Everything is good. Our efforts are really good in Madhuban. However, when you return to your service place, check yourself. In one day, check these two aspects. So what does Baba want us to check throughout the day? Two things. One is arrogance, and in other words, feeling insulted. Why did I receive so little? I should also have this status. I should also be put forward. You do understand this to be arrogance also, do you not? Right? So this is also body consciousness. This is also arrogance. Feeling of being insulted, wanting name, fame, regard, wanting that others should ask you, should consult you. So all these things. So Baba says, check these two things throughout the day. Does arrogance come in any form? Arrogance of your knowledge, of your specialities, of your virtues, of your goodness. And the other thing is Baba saying, feeling of being insulted. So these two are the reasons of waste thoughts. You do understand this to be arrogance also, do you not? The reason for waste thoughts nowadays are the two aspects of arrogance and of feeling insulted. If you surrender these two, then it is not difficult to become like the Father. So to become like the Father, Baba says, just surrender these two things. So do you have the power to surrender them? So check, ask yourself, can you surrender in Baba's love? Acha. How long will it take? So yes, if you can surrender, how long will it take? The season will continue for 6 months. So 1 month, and so you're being given 1 month. It's November, right? So November is Murli. So Baba says December, 1 month, because the year will end and the new year will begin. So Baba says, okay, Baba gives us 1 month. It is now November. When the new year comes, it is 2 months until then. A new account is started in the new year anyway. So everyone has to do this, whether a teacher, a student, a Maharathi, or a foot soldier. Do not think that this is just for the Maharathis and that you are still juniors. At the time of claiming the fortune of kingdom, none of you say, none of you would say that you are still little. At that time, you would say, make me Narayan the second. Right? If Baba asks what you wish to become, you would say you want to become Narayan, right? No one would want anything less than that. So Baba says, even in this aspect of surrendering, you should be then number one. Each of you has to give your news in a few words, and you should write on the envelope that this is your account for the new year. The one who collects the post will gather all this post and put it separately to one side. On the envelope, write, the chart of my stage is okay. So Baba is giving us this homework. Check throughout the day if in any ways you have this arrogance or and feeling of being insulted, waste thoughts in any ways. So if not, then give your chart as okay to Baba. You have now been given 2 months. What should you write in your letter? To what extent you have surrendered your wasteful thoughts. Simply write whether you surrendered your wasteful thoughts by 50% or 100%. Just write one line, nothing long and complicated. The long and complicated letters will be torn up straight away. Just one line is enough. Are you ready for this? Speak loudly, yes or no. So, are you ready to make this effort? Those of you who think that you need courage and time for this, raise your hands for this now, and you will be allowed to have this now in advance. So Baba says, if you want more time, more courage, more efforts, let me know then. Is there anyone who thinks this, or will you write later? I made a lot of effort, but I wasn't able to do it. It will not be like that, will it? You will not write this, will you? Are you sure? These mothers are not saying anything. Do you understand the language? Do you not understand the language? Do you understand the language? You are not even acknowledging anything. So Baba is talking to the mothers. Do you understand what homework Baba is giving? Do you understand or not? Are those sitting in the middle understanding everything? Say yes or no. Those sitting in the corner, speak. You're not saying anything. Acha. Bab Dada saw that love brings you as far as Madhuban. Love has brought you here, has it not? But where do you have to reach through this love? So you have love, but what do you have to do in love? You have to become the same as the Father. Do you not? Having said, definitely write my name, definitely write my name. Oh, when the list is made, no, which group will go to Madhuban, who all will go to Madhuban. So that time you all say this, oh, add my name, I wish to go. So you came running to Madhuban. And if it were not written, you would show a stern eye to your teacher. For some reason, if the teacher said, no, you can't go, so Baba says, you would force or you would show a stern eye to them. So just as you run to Madhuban with love, in the same way, make effort that your name should be first in becoming the same as the Father. So make this foundation of purity strong. Because of purity, because of this newness, Father Brahma had to accept so many insults, all because of purity, right? You all must have heard the Yagya history, no? Everything was so good in the beginning. Many people were coming to Baba. But as soon as Baba started giving this, lesson of purity, people started to separate, and then opposition began. So Baba says Brahma Baba had to face a lot of insult because of purity. But Baba faced everything gracefully, right? He tolerated all that. Even in today's Sakar Murli, Baba is talking about this in the blessing. How Father Brahma, uh, he had this firm foundation that he accepted any kind of insult. So purity is the foundation, but to adopt the vow of celibacy for the foundation is a common thing. So celibacy is not anything big, it is a common thing, it's the first step. So as you progress, because you are no longer in the childhood stage and you now have to go into the stage of retirement, do not become happy by just thinking, I am celibate anyway, or I have purity anyway. No, but underline purity in your vision and attitude. You still have to underline it firmly. So very important. Baba is saying underline purity in your vision and attitude. So throughout the day, check your vision, check your attitude. Is it pure or is there any trace of negativity or waste? So the main foundation for this is to have purity in your thoughts. Let them become filled with knowledge and power. So purity in vision and attitude will come when there is purity in thoughts. So to have purity in thoughts, Baba says, let fill your intellect with knowledge and power. There is a lot of weakness in your thoughts. What can I do? I cannot do this. I don't know what happened. Is this the power of purity? Would a pure soul say, what can I do? It just happened. It happens all the time. Even though I don't wish it to happen. But huh? करना नहीं चाहते थे लेकिन हो गया. So Baba says, what type of soul would say this? Is it a pure soul or a weak soul who speaks in this way? Are you souls Trikaldarshi? The one who knows the three aspects of time, right? What do you think? Bhavdada says that you should be brought in front of the students. You explain the pictures to them, saying that you know about your 84 births. You explain the story of 84 births to them, and yet you ask questions such as what and why. So we all know the lesson of drama, right? Drama is accurate. So Baba says you explain to other children, other students, but then you yourself ask these questions, why, what. Since you know about everything, would someone who knows everything ask such questions? The person explaining would know that something happens because of this or the other. The response to the question of why would automatically enter your intellect that you are under the influence of Maya. ऐसा क्यों होता है, right? क्यों मुझे गुस्सा आ जाता है? All these type of questions. So Baba says this why, if you think, you will get the answer by yourself. That you are under the influence of Maya. Whether you are a Maharathi or a foot soldier. If a Maharathi makes a mistake, at that time he is not a Maharathi. At that time he is under another influence. If you see that a Maharathi is doing something wrong, at that time he is not a Maharathi but under someone's influence. So those who are under an external influence would allow themselves to move along with the waves wherever they come from. Do you understand what you have to do? What do you have to do in the new year? So Baba is now again reminding us, what do you have to do? open a new account. You have to open a new account in which the account of wastage is finished. Is this okay? First of all, the teacher should say yes. Are you firm in this? Or will you give one or another excuse? If there is an excuse, Baba will give you a new plan. You will not be given the plan now. If you are given the plan now, you will give an excuse. However, you must not give excuses, but find solutions. Do not be an embodiment of problems, but be an embodiment of solutions, right? कारण नहीं बनना है, लेकिन कारण स्वरूप नहीं, निवारण स्वरूप, समाधान स्वरूप. Even matter has become tired, all its energy is now finished, and matter and the elements are making a request to you souls, who are the masters of matter, to hurry up. Do not take so long. Acha. Okay. So we'll continue with this Murli tomorrow. Love and remembrance from Bab Dada. And we children also give our love and remembrances to Baba. Thank you, Baba. Let's pause for a minute, and then we can share. Om Shanti. Now you can unmute yourself and share what did you take from today's Murli.
Om Shanti. I like this point in today's Murli, and I would like this would be my takeaway point. Arrogance and feeling insulted should be removed to become one like Father. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Baba said, just surrender these two things, and then you'll become equal to the Father. Right? Yes, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
For me, right in the beginning, that very important question, where do you think is Baba?
Yeah.
Are you still searching for him? Or is he within you? Is he your companion or is he not? I think that the essence of this Murli started in that first page, which really was striking to me. And I felt happy when I gave the answer that, yeah, he's within me, before you said that. But then later on, I realized I still have a lot to do, because at times Maya does take over. So I'm going to focus on that. Is he always within me? And have I completely surrendered? Om Shanti.
Yeah, very nice, sister. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Adding on to what sisters just spoke, today Baba gave a very deep meaning of what is love. I'm sure in लौकिक life we say कि जिससे प्यार होता है उसके लिए सब कुछ कुर्बान कर सकते हैं. But today Baba is talking about not sacrifice, not just sacrifice. He's talking about surrendering. And what I was getting here is, subtly when we speak about sacrifice, there may be some bit of मैंने दिया है, or there's some bit of pain involved in it. But when we say it is surrender, it is accepting it the way it is and the way it is not. And then the path becomes easy when I am choosing it with my willingness. And that was one difference that I saw for myself. And that's the takeaway, distinction between surrender and sacrifice. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
I took no waste thought and no waste vision. So I was just churning on it. What can be the waste visions? Waste thought we come to know. but waste vision is, so to see someone in body consciousness, I feel that's, waste vision. So kindly you give more light on this. In the whole perspective, what can be wonderful vision? It's without waste. Kindly elaborate.
Yes, sister. The very gross thing would be looking with body consciousness, that is very like in the Lokik world, they would say how the person is dressed up, how is he sitting or talking, all those things. But at a subtle level, as Baba says, looking at others' weaknesses or talking about them. So that is also a wasteful vision. If you look at someone and you think, ये तो ऐसा ही है, ये कभी नहीं सुधरेगा, हम्म, ये भी wasteful vision है, right? So,
Yeah, I want to ask one more question.
yes,
Like if you're watching little bit of Olympics, India participating, we are doing great. And if you're watching with that consciousness, like soul consciousness, both players are playing in the best way. It's a playground, like yesterday Baba said. So
mhm.
if we sit, because we are in Lokik, we have got members, and if we are generating those happy vibrations, will it be a waste vision? If
I
we
would not
are
say
generating,
it
yeah,
as
yeah.
waste. You can see that, right? You can see, but then you have to keep a check on yourself, how much time you're investing in that, and looking at the game, what kind of thoughts you're creating, right? अगर जैसे today's Murli Baba said, ये ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है, ऐसे क्यों कर रहा है, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना चाहिए. If these kind of thoughts you create looking at the game, you get too much involved into it, then that's waste.
Yeah, perfect. So don't indulge, just be a detached
Yeah,
observer
right, right.
and generate that. And if I'm in soul consciousness, that's it's okay.
Yeah, if you want to enjoy the match for some time, that's okay.
It's
But
not enjoying. It was a great discussion yesterday. So
yeah,
I just felt, we can, is it a waste vision? If we are, with the family, we are sitting, and if I am able to see both the players in soul consciousness, yeah, too much of intelligence is not good.
yes,
But if I am doing the needful and enjoying my own soul consciousness, so it won't be waste vision, no?
it won't be waste vision, but then you really need to check whether you're doing it in soul consciousness or no.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Add on to what Anshu Ben said right now.
yeah,
Suppose, like as she said, when we are watching the Olympics,
yeah.
then it's a tendency of human being, like it's our when India wins a medal, oh, you should scream and shout like that. So is it again? Is this thing matter of attitude? Like Baba said, purity in vision and attitude is important. So again, does attitude play in, again, does it play the come and play its role?
What I feel is to be influenced in any ways is not purity, right? Baba also says किसी की अच्छाई से भी प्रभावित नहीं होना है. किसी की बुराई से तो नहीं होना है लेकिन अच्छाई से भी नहीं होना है. So if our country wins the match and you're too much excited, then again that's not a balance, right?
Okay,
It
so
depends.
then we
It
need,
depends.
so we don't have to watch the Olympics, right?
My,
Yeah,
may I
I
also
think
add
you
my
can
Attitude.
view on
watch. I
this?
think it's nothing wrong in watching, but then
Uh-huh.
what your state of mind is while watching? Are
Yeah,
you
that's what.
creating questions? Are you feeling irritated if our country is not doing well? If ऐसे नहीं ऐसे होता है ना ऐसे match देखते समय. But then that comes into waste. But otherwise, if you just enjoy, if you watch, it's okay.
That's why
Yeah,
we
sister, I
need to
would just
check
like
our
to
vision
add.
and attitude. Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sister, I would just like to add, like what Sister Sharmila just said.
Yeah.
Actually, when you're watching a match, if we watch it with as if in a detached way, but enjoy it like God's
Yeah.
drama, like, it's such a
Yeah.
beautiful moment. Sports teaches you a lot, actually. Sports teaches you that you are competing, and yet we have a sportsman spirit. Like, we are ready to lose, we are ready to win. We look at both sides equally. and you just enjoy it like a God's drama, like a very spiritual thing. Actually, I see sports like this. Om Shanti.
Yes, true, sister.
Adding on to what all sisters said by now, so even if we take, if you're going for going to the theater to watch a movie, and there are times when the emotional scenes comes in, you may cry, you may laugh, but the beauty is, am I just observing as a detached observer, enjoying the whole movie rather than getting succumbed and getting myself involved in the process of watching the movie? Is what I was looking at. What do you mean here when you need to be in a soul conscious space? Just be there, enjoy that moment, and that moment is complete. The next moment comes in. That's what I feel is to be practiced when it goes to be soul conscious and being detached observer.
Yes, yes. If you are in soul consciousness and if you're detached, you will not be influenced or affected by anything, right?
Yeah. And that particular moment, if we experience this, there'll be so much of lightness around. The moment we get influenced or we get sad by anything, there's a lot of heaviness. So
Right.
किसी भी चीज की अति will take you to a different tunnel.
Hmm.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, everyone. Let's meditate.
Yes, sister.
Om Shanti. Just sit in silence and remind yourself of the first blessing of this Brahmin life that you received from Baba. Yogi Bhava, Pavitra Bhava. So sit in this awareness that I am a pure soul and forge your connection with the Supreme, the ocean of purity, the ocean of love. Within a second, focus your mind and intellect and experience absorbing Baba's love. Love is to surrender. And to surrender, to do what Baba says, as Baba says. So throughout the day, I'll have Baba as my companion, constant companion, so that Maya cannot interfere in any form. I remain free from waste thoughts. My thoughts, action and attitude, and my deeds are filled with the power of love and purity. Where there is Baba, there's purity, there's power. So I promise Baba to remain in this awareness and do what He wants me to do. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sharmila Ben.
Om
Have a
Shanti.
wonderful day, and we shall meet tomorrow at 5:30 a.m.
Thank you, Didi. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Yeah.